The 60 starters are in their stride, thundering away to gain that early lead, which can mean so much in a mass start race such as this.
Yeah, the original car is pretty well documented. It's probably the most famous world racing car that's ever existed. And it won the World Sports Car Championship in 1955 by a country mile. With a car that weighs less than 900 kilos, the 2.8 litre 6-cylinder engine is very powerful. It's very quick still, even with the engine we have in it. With the 3 litre Grand Prix racing engine, it must have been a flying machine, an absolute flying machine. It won everything. It won just every race. It was first and second in every race in 1955. There was nothing to touch it. Nobody got close to it. Ultimately, what we've finished up with now is something that is as close as you can get to sitting in the original car. I mean, it's a stunning piece of engineering that we're very, very proud of. The steering wheel's all hand-built. The steering wheel cost £1,200 to build that steering wheel. It was all hand-built. And it's the one thing that Sterling Moss criticised when he saw the car, is that it's a 4-spoke steering wheel, which, if ever you see one of the cars in the Mercedes-Benz museum, they all have 4-spoke steering wheels. But when Sterling Moss actually drove the Mille Miglia, he had a special wheel made for himself with 3 spokes on so that he could see the dials better when he was racing. And arguably Mercedes have never come close until this season's Formula One, where their new petrol hybrid car seems to be streets ahead of everything else, just as this car was in 1955. Yeah, one of the greatest compliments was when I took the car to the Silverstone Classic 2 summers ago and parked the car on the Mercedes-Benz club stand, and arriving early, there were very few cars about, so I parked up in pole position and then went for a walk to get a coffee, and by the time I came back, Mercedes-Benz themselves had parked 2 cars alongside mine, the brand new Gullwing SLS on one side and an original Gullwing 300 SL on the other side. The project was mothballed for over 20 years, so when I picked it up in 2009, 2010, with a fascination for this particular car and the Sterling Moss story, for me to be able to have some input into it and create the level of detail that we have on these cars to replicate the original was, vitally important. And, so to that end, that's what we've tried to do, is to make sure that these cars are visually a proper recreation of the 1955 car.
Favourites among the big machines are the Mercedes team, led by Fangio, with Sterling Moss, Carl Kling and Pierre Levay. But the fans' eyes are also on Mike Hawthorne, Tony Roach and the other Jaguar drivers. Fangio's Mercedes is well away, and the smaller machines are battling for supremacy in their own categories. The leaders streak past the grandstand after the early laps, with Mercedes, Jaguars and Ferraris well to the fore.